Hello. Hi, Michael. Michael, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, shall we start now?
Yeah, I just can't see you yet.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to send you the link, Michael.
Okay.
Your hair looks good, Michael. Got the
Well, I just got
haircut?
it cut. I just got it cut.
Oh, good.
How are you, Michael?
Did they send it already?
Yeah. I'm doing it right now.
Oh, okay.
You got it?
Continue na. Continue na,
You
Mama.
got it, Michael? Okay. Now,
Let me see.
shall we start?
Let me try
Um,
this.
Okay, my dear viewers, good morning. We're quite late again. You know, it's raining over here, and we are expecting like two storms on the way. You know, we have Agaton and what the other one, Ivy?
Malakas?
Ma-
I don't know. What's the name of that?
Agaton, and was it Maganda or
Hindi.
what's the other typhoon?
Yes.
Oh boy. Okay. I think it starts with M. Maharlika Ivy. Maganda. I think it's Maganda.
Dili maganda.
Oh, what is it? Okay. Anyways, we are
Whatever it
expecting
is,
two storms this week, and it already started raining over here, and you know we come from far away from the hinterland, so I hope you will understand. Anyway, we are here back to Bisdak Radio, our program IKAW ug ang imong kinabuhi. And of course, we have here Michael Russell
There,
O'Brien.
I
Yes,
see you
all the
now.
way from
I see
Florida,
you.
USA. And we have here Ati Ives. And we have here Kuya Jason Dora, our superstar over here. Uh, you know, we are today expecting like three celebrities in our program. Uh, we will be surrounded by beautiful people today. So, anyways, the other one is still coming because Lito Gruit still has another meeting to attend to. So, anyways, we'll just start the ball rolling here, Michael, with you. And yes, the superstar, the rock star of the 80s and 90s, my favorite, Michael Russell O'Brien. Yes, Michael, what have you got
Hello.
for us?
Hello, everybody over there. Yeah, you know, I got a Danny. I got a Danny doll. Look at this. Wait, ready? Here it comes.
Okay. Show it, Michael.
Oh,
The
boy.
Danny doll.
Oh, oh, yeah, the digital. Is that you?
No, that's Danny Cotus.
Oh, okay. So, uh, you
Nobody got
you're
that.
good in looking for some caricatures over there or dolls. How about a baby doll for me? You find one?
I've got the June doll.
Oh no, it's a guy. I'm a girl.
I don't have a girl doll. No.
Oh, next time find one for me. Make
You know
sure
what, if I find one.
it looks like me. So, Michael, how is it over there nowadays in Florida?
You know, it's perfect weather. You know, a lot of beach time. I send you some pictures. You know, like I go to the beach 4 times a week. I just walk outside and go walk the beach a lot. You know, and it's we're an open state. Florida's the most open state and the least COVID. So
Uh-huh.
we've been good.
Oh, that's nice to hear, huh? Florida is
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, how about the weather? Were you affected of the solar flare or what?
No.
No? Because
No.
here it's like the weather is sometimes it rains, sometimes it's hot, and it's unpredictable, you know, over here.
Yeah.
Yes, and the one thing, good news is that there is less COVID anymore. I think we are already on zero level, Ivy.
No, not yet.
Only
but,
Yeah.
we still
few, few
Oh,
Yeah,
cases.
I'm
Yeah.
following it. Yeah.
yeah, good. So,
Are you ready to come here, Michael?
Well, probably we got to wait till it's all cleared out for international travel for COVID and stuff, and be able to do concerts and everything, right? So we probably got to wait a little while.
oh,
You know?
yeah, I think so because like 3 weeks ago, we have here a concert, and then there were like
Nice.
100,000 people or more, but then it
I
was
saw that.
yeah, it was discouraged because it could be a super spreader for the COVID virus, you know. So let's not just trust, you know, of this.
Yeah,
Virus.
I watch the news from over there, so I get to see, updated all the time.
That's
Wow.
cool. You're updated here, huh?
So you're always
Yeah.
updated with us.
So I know what Ivy, and I know what Danny's doing.
Can you see us through your telescope?
I see
you have
Danny. I
satellite
see
over
Danny a
there?
lot lately.
Do you have satellite over there?
I see Danny a lot lately in the news over there. There's Danny Cotas. Hey.
They're still out, you know, because this program for today is sponsored like by or Battle Against Ignorance, you know. It is a foundation, and then it is focused for those people who have addiction, you know, like gambling,
Ah.
alcohol, drug.
Yeah, like
sex,
Ivy, like
yeah.
Ivy.
So,
What? I don't.
So-
I don't go for drugs. I
So-
have a. I have a healthy lifestyle, Michael.
So that is what we are going to talk today. But our guest, Lito Gruit, and also Iman Elenos are still out for another meeting, but they will be here shortly.
They're on their way now, Mom.
They're on the way?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So, you know, Lito Gruit used to be a movie star way back in the 70s. And he was one also of my idols, Michael, because he is one of the best male models in the Philippines, you know, with his looks and then with his height. So, he's a good model too. No wonder he's the
What-
president of the Models
What-
Association of the
What-
Philippines. Yes, Michael.
What type of movies did he do? Was he like James Bond or?
Action films,
Action
romantic
films.
films before. Yeah. He was
Yeah.
like a
Wow.
matinee idol something before, like in the 80s, 70s.
You know, an idol matinee, you know. So, you will see him in a few minutes. I think it's coming now. And then his life story is so colorful. You know, just like any typical teenager that is that goes with the barkada, you call it brotherhood, and then from barkadas, started modeling. He was discovered by a couturier, a famous Filipino couturier, Pinoy. What's that? I mean, Pitoy Moreno. Yeah, Pitoy Moreno was the one who discovered him and encouraged him to become a model. Then after that, he joined the movie industry, and then he was hooked
Wow,
on
was-
drugs. Yes.
Was he really young? Was he like in his 20s or?
Now, no, he's already like 60, 61 years old.
No. I meant when he started. When he got in the
20s,
movies.
20s, 30s.
I think minus 80, maybe in his 20s, you know.
We will ask him later when he comes.
Yeah, you ask him later when he comes. You know, my dear viewers, I'm so happy today because I'm so lucky. I am surrounded by celebrities. You know, in America, we have Michael Russell O'Brien, my rock star, the rock star.
Juliet's
of
a
my
celebrity.
life. Yeah. And then we have Lito Gruit, also a celebrity here in the Philippines. Then we have our local celebrity, Jason Dora. You know, Jason Dora TV, he has his own programming too. and he sings nightly to some night spots here in Cebu. So you can catch him up in Iconic, and then also in Southscape. So my dear viewers, don't don't go away first. Stay tuned, because we will be seeing these celebrities in a few minutes. I think Lito is already on the way. Ivy is coming. Yeah. So.
Hey, Juliet.
Yes.
Juliet, I've told you for years. I said, give me 2 years, and I could make Juliet a household name in the Philippines.
Oh no.
She is such a character. She would be in like every video.
Oh no. It already started in your videos, and now here also with Jason Dora's TV. So it's meant to be. Anyways, I don't know. I just hope the viewers will not get tired of me, right, Michael?
No,
So-
hey, we hit him with K on Assad, that song I want to do. That'll be funny.
Yes. Have
You'll be the star. Everybody will know you.
Oh no, it's already finished? Not yet.
No.
No. There
God,
you
I'm
go.
horrible.
There you go. That's my friend Michael. So,
A big
Oh,
question.
I did have a Juliet doll. There's that one.
oh no, not me. That's not pretty.
What's the title,
That's
Michael,
Michael,
Of
what's the
what?
title of your song?
of the song that you composed for my mom?
K on Assad.
Kaunasan.
Yeah.
Kaunasad. Yeah, because viewers, Michael was complaining why Filipinos always love to eat. So I told him that we Filipinos eat like 6 times a day. Already, here comes my visitor, Michael, our guest for today. We have Lito Gruit and also Eman Lianos. Welcome, welcome. Good morning, good morning.
Morning, good morning.
Good morning. Yay. Okay. So we'll start in a few seconds. There you go. Now you see my idol, Lito Gruit.
Where's the...
Dear viewers, have you remembered Lito Gruit? Take a look. Take a close look of Lito. Yeah.
Old Rico.
Yeah, that's Lito Gruit. Still handsome, right? Yeah, my dear viewers. I know, you know, Lito, many already are waiting for you online. Especially with my friends, because they know you through your, how you call it, through your movies and through your modeling acts with Pitoy Moreno.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi.
It's, brother.
Okay.
Yeah, for filing purposes.
Okay, now Lito.
Ate Babes, you're Ate Babes pala. Ate Babes and you are Ate...
Ivy.
Ate Ivy.
The daughter.
And we have Michael Russell O'Brien here.
Yeah, where's Michael? I saw his picture. He's good looking.
Oh, you saw the picture? Yes.
Hey, Michael. Hi. I
Yeah.
thought you
Hello,
were during the 70s. You remember Jan Michael Vincent?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. First time I saw your picture, I said, "Oh, this guy looks like the brother." How are you? Nice to see you, even virtually.
Thank you. That's
Yeah,
really nice.
Great, yeah.
Yeah, Michael is broadcasting from Florida, USA.
Oh, great,
Yeah.
Florida, yeah.
Lito, I told Michael that today I'm very lucky because I am surrounded by celebrities, you know. We start with Lito Gruit, a celebrity in the Philippines, a movie star, and a model, you know, a top model of the Philippines. Then we have here in America my rock star, Michael Russell O'Brien. Yeah, yes, Michael, you're number one. And we have here Jason Dora, our local celebrity here in Cebu. Still climbing up, you know. Okay, yes, shall we start, Lito? Lito, this program is Ikaw o ang Imong Kinabuhi. So it is you and your life. Can we start by telling us about your life story. I'll give you the floor. Okay.
First of all, I'd like to thank you for inviting me and Eman. It's really an honor, actually. It is our honor to be here. And thank you for also the very flattering introduction. But being a celebrity and being a model and actor, that was back in the 80s. So now I'm more of a drug abuse advocate, right? So what else do you want me to explain? Anything
Your
about
life
myself?
story,
Yeah, you start first with
Pwede
yourself.
mag-Bisaya, Sad.
Yeah,
Oh,
mix it.
yeah, you can mix it
Okay,
with Bisaya.
so I grew up in Cebu. Diri ko niskwela sa Cebu, sa San Carlos, back in the 70s. And then I wanted to become an architect. But then again, as the saying goes, no, people never plan to be an addict or alcoholic, right? It just happens, especially when you make wrong choices in life. So when I was studying, I was invited to do a fashion show in a department store called White Gold. And then from then on, I got hooked to modeling. So I found a way to get to Manila to try to see if I could just experience modeling in Manila. Just para lang makaingon ko nakamodel ko sa Manila. But I guess I was lucky enough, you can say lucky enough, because I was discovered by no less than Pitoy Moreno. Pitoy Moreno approached me in a bar and then he asked me if I wanted to become his model. So for those of you na wakaila ni Pitoy Moreno, may he rest in peace, he was considered the fashion czar of Asia. And he was the one who dressed all Imelda Marcos and all the top society people, all the rich people, influential people. And because of Pitoy, I was able to travel abroad. And from that time on, I was modeling for the top designers of Cebu, and I did a lot of commercials, and eventually movies came into the picture. So I became an actor and a model at the same time. So I decided not to go home anymore to Cebu because I perceived that as my chosen career. So abi na ko morning happiness na ko na to be in the limelight. So big mistake because I overlooked the importance of education, of finishing a course and and completing my studies. So in the middle of how do you call this, my popularity. I don't know if it's called popularity.
Yes,
I don't want to say that word.
Yes,
popular.
In all humility, I don't want to really say that word, but in recognition, I forgot about who God was because I thought already that I didn't need Him, and I was already having the time of my life until a friend of mine introduced me to Shabu. Back in high school days, I already tried marijuana and other forms of drugs, but it was only during the 80s that methamphetamine got into fashion. So I got hooked into Shabu for 16 years, and I stopped being an actor and a model because I became very unprofessional already, and I could not prioritize my chosen career. So my priority shifted from showbiz, it became bisyo, no? From showbiz to bisyo. So my career became drug addiction. So I stopped going out with people who were straight, and I started hanging out with all forms of criminals already. So because of that, my life started to spiral down. I lost my house, I lost my job, I lost my money, I lost my car, and little by little, I started hanging around with all kinds of criminals because, as you know, it's illegal. Drug abuse is illegal, and I ended up living in the streets. I ended up also staying for about 6 months to 8 months in the slum area. So, being broke, wala ko'y kwarta, I would be walking around, sleeping in parked jeepneys, I'd be sleeping in along Ross Boulevard, matulog ko sa kilid sa simbahan, tulog ko sa luneta, no? So, it was quite a big change from who I was before. But then I didn't mind. I didn't really think that it mattered for me. What was most important was my addiction. So, when I would go hungry, I would shoplift. I would go to the malls and shoplift, and I got caught several times. And I would shoplift for chocolates because it's easy to put in the pocket and big stuff. No? So chocolates, and then I got caught so many times. It's so embarrassing. But then, the life of an addict would continue. All these things would not bother me. So it reached to a point wherein I would mangalkal kog basura. I would rummage through garbage bins also, which actually is common. You might think that it's this kind of life is like, isolated or unique. No, if you talk to all the drug addicts, all the people in recovery, it's very common. So I was rummaging through garbage bins looking for thrown fast food packs. Whatever food that was thrown in packs, I would look at it, then try to see if there was something I could eat. So this is all by choice, actually. So, and I was arrested many times. I was arrested about 5 times. It came out in the news front page for my addiction, and there was a time my family was so proud of me of what I did. And then after the news came out that I was arrested for pushing drugs, I was arrested in Cagayan de Oro. I could just feel that maulaw na sila na ako ba. There was a time people would want to be my friend. When they would say, oh, I know Lito Gruet is my classmate, he's my cousin, he's my friend. But then when during this time, at the lowest point of my addiction, it was like, who are you? Like, is Lito your friend? I don't know. But, it was really embarrassing. And there was time also I was almost executed by a drug syndicate. I was being accused of stealing something, which even though I was already a thief that time, I did not steal anything. Like there was missing jewelry, but then they accused me of doing that. So, it was all part of this crazy life. I started hanging out with, in the slums, sa squatters area. Ang akong mga barkada na imbis na sa una mga artista, mga model, mga politicians, mga people from high society, ang akong na barkada na puro na kuan, mga kriminal, mga drug pusher, drug user, human trafficker, carnapper, bukas kotse gang, may mga kuan, mga forger. So all, this is a complete shift of my lifestyle, and I was okay with that. That's the sad part, when you are okay with your destruction, self-destruction. And that's the scary part, because I was willing to accept everything that was happening to me, because all in the name of my addiction. So addiction became my God, and I was living for my addiction, and it had complete control over me. So I even gave up the last moments of my father when he was dying. I could have been with him the last moments, and I was the only one absent. I could not rush to see him when he was dying in the house, because I already was waiting for nakahatag naman ko kwarta sa amigo nga runner. So dili na ko mabiyan, because all addicts know the moment that person comes back and I am not there, they would end up using it, and I could not accept that. I had to wait for it, so I kept on waiting and waiting and waiting while my father was breathing his last breath already. And I decided to stay. I had to make a choice whether to rush home or to wait for my stash. But then again, as I said, my priority was drugs. I had to wait for the drugs. And when it came, I didn't even rush home. We started using it. So that's how do you call this? How screwed up my mind was then. And I didn't see him alive anymore. And the same thing, during his cremation, I wasn't there. When my sister was dying also of cancer, I wasn't there, even though I could be with them because I was with drug friends. And my mom was dying of cancer also, and I had to steal her medication. The money for her medication, I would even steal that just for my addiction. So a lot of crazy things that I did in life because of addiction. But then again, I believe that all things happen for a reason. And I'm still here, even though I already accepted the fact before that I would die as an addict. I would tell God, like, God, if I were to die as an addict, so be it. I'm willing to accept it. I said, yeah, I'm ready. I had so many ailments already before. I thought I was gonna die. I had hypertension. I was borderline diabetic. I had cystitis. That's why I was wearing adult diapers already, because I would already be urinating involuntarily. And then I had gout. And all this, I had hepatitis.
Wow.
So I thought I was really going to die already. I was really deteriorating. And then, God had other plans for me. So
Yes.
after my mom, I was stealing from my mom for the only money she had for her medication. That was the only time I felt a sense of guilt. Kaysa una, wag man kuyukuan ka na, matay akong papa, napreso ko, kapila, I was arrested so many times.
It doesn't
5
matter.
years. It didn't matter, like, even when I was arrested in Cagayan de Oro for pushing, then I was given probation. Right after the court hearing, when I was granted probation, the first thing I did when I went down the court was to go to a drug pusher's house and use again. So
Oh,
it
wow.
didn't really, I don't know how insensitive I was or inconsiderate I was, but I never really got scared, even though all these things that was happening was really scary. But
What happened?
then again, I do believe God has His plans for me, because when I was stealing from my mom, that was the only time I was feeling a little sense of guilt. Because my uncle told me, you're the one killing your mom. It's not the ailment. It's the worries that you're giving your mom that's causing her to die. And that's why I said, what should I do? So my uncle said, why don't you go to rehab? So reluctantly, I agreed. But just to appease them. Aron ingnon lang ba nga, nag-rehab man ko, nisubot man ko rehab, but deep in my heart, I didn't want to change.
Yeah.
I didn't want to change. I said, hindi ko mag-rehab, suyot mo sad ko. But in rehab, this was there, Drug Abuse Research Foundation, which no longer exists. I was able to realize a lot of things. First, of course, I was taken away from that environment. Number 2, drugs went out of my system already, so I could think clearer. Then when I was interacting with all the other addicts in recovery, I could see myself in them. So murag nasalamin na ko sila kung unsa akong batasan, mao sa ilang mga batasan. Kung unsa kang hinad sila mga batasan, mao sa dang akong kuan, ako mana. Ako man na siya, kawatan din mo sa ako man na. Gahit man ko sa ako man na. Kini mangingilad man ko sa ako man na siya. So, all these things were happening as little by little. I was realizing already that maybe it's time to change. But then and then I could see the parents, ang mga parents, mga butbitaw niya, gahilak, grabe kayo ng problema, silang anak, ilang asawa, ilang isuhod. Then I said, oh my God, is this what I've been doing to my family? And everything started to become clearer. Then, I said, maybe it's time to change. Then I started having faith in God again. I surrendered myself to God, to Jesus. And then afterwards, I remained to work as a staff, and then I became a director for 11 years, for center director for 11 years, and then, you know, everything started to fall into place. So after the rehab closed, I went to Hong Kong to be with my wife. My wife is the younger sister of Cebuana actress Chanda Romero, who used to visit me so much. You know? She was very supportive of me during my recovery. And I went to Hong Kong and worked there for 5 years as a teller in a remittance company. No? So I was happy already there. Then when she retired, ibalik ko diri sa Cebu. But then again, I said that, you know, I said, my passion is recovery. You know, I'm happy and fulfilled when I help people, when I counsel them, when I try to encourage them to change, and I try to help be an instrument of their transformation. Because recovery is not just the reformation of habits, it has to be the transformation of the entire character. Because what good is reformation? You're clean, you're reformed from your drug habits, but then you still have the addict's personality. So the rehab is the one that molds that person into becoming a person with strong character and conviction. You see? So when I came back, I said, I did not stop my advocacy through social media. And when I got back to Cebu, I said, I have to be connected with the rehab once again. I said, I'd like to be face to face with people whom I can help. So I searched so many rehabs here. I have many rehab owner friends that are friends of mine. And something was missing, you know. When I would talk to them, I would see the facility, something was missing. So I said, Lord, you know, lead me to the right people, because I'd like to be connected with a facility. But I'd like to be connected with a facility wherein dili priority ang kwarta. Di ba? Ang kasing-kasing mo importante, kasing-kasing nga makatabang ba, the heart to help.
Yeah.
So one time, Lord answered my prayer, because one time when I was invited to speak in San Carlos, because I would be invited to different schools. In Cebu, I reached Manila. I would be invited in Bacolod, in Dumaguete. I would be speaking to students already, so that became my advocacy. I would be a drug abuse speaker to the students, because for me, it's important to save the children from becoming drug addicts by educating them and sharing my testimony and drug abuse prevention, education, and detection. The children have to know, and the parents have to know, that this is a real, clear and present danger. Everybody can become victims. You know? It doesn't choose. So one time I was speaking in San Carlos main building. Then I saw this guy, Eman.
Yeah.
He and his group, Safe Haven, also were invited. So I met him. And then I shared my story, then he shared his story, and then Pastor Bong shared his story. Then he approached me, goes, "Bye, Lito," and goes, "Yeah, you know, I'm looking forward for you to join us." I said, "What do you mean join you?" He goes, "You join us, you join our facility." I go, "Yeah, you know, first time somebody approached me and told me that." Ano siya ka-confident ba? Ba siya maulaw? Ba maulaw na ko? No, they think that mataha sila na ko ba? Pero you know, they don't know me as a person. I'm really down to earth, dude. You know, I've seen life at its worst. You know, puyo ko squatter, so kibaw ko sa, you know, the squatters world is different. I've seen it. I've seen drug pushers, entire families competing in the drug trade. Father, mother, brother, sister, they're all pushing. I've seen children being used as drug runners. I've seen babies being sold or being offered as a consignment for drugs.
Consignment for
They would
drugs,
leave their babies for consignment for drugs. right? And then you could see that even, why, you know, the barangay tannods were part of it, barangay captain were protectors. I would meet ninja cops there, the dirty cops, you know. So that was the life. That was the life there. So I've seen that. So I have no reason to be, let's say, unreachable. You know?
Yeah.
I was very, very down to earth. So anyway, so Eman approached me, and then when I visited the facility and I met the rest of the staff, something just, you know, woke up in my heart, and I said, this is the facility I'd like to be associated with. This is the facility I'd like to be affiliated with. So I joined them first as a volunteer. Capacity to be just to be a volunteer. Then eventually Pastor Bong talked to me if I could be the executive director of BAI Foundation. Now BAI Foundation BAI stands for Battle Against Ignorance, and BAI Foundation is going to be the one overseeing Safe Haven among all its many other projects. No. And why is it called Battle Against Ignorance? It's not ignorance because you're stupid, but it's ignorance because we are ignorant of morality. We're ignorant about proper parenting. We're ignorant of making the right choices in life. We're ignorant of knowing what values we should really hold dear to the heart. You know, there's so many reasons why we are ignorant, and we need to be educated the right way. So BAI Foundation is going to be that kind of foundation that will help all these people. We will be spreading information as speakers. We will be helping house deserving families that need a home in a simple way, simple homes. We would also be helping families that are drug abuse victims. Because, for example, like if the father, the head of the family is arrested for drugs, what's going to happen to the wife and the children? So what happens is tendency is they will take over because they have no source of income. So you arrest one, and out of one there will be 3 or 4 new drug pushers. So we have to also provide training, livelihood training for the mother, and also educate and school the children. So that's BAI Foundation. No? It's really dedicated for humanitarian purposes, and Safe Haven is just one of the projects going to be. So, so this has been my journey now, and this is how I'm connected with Safe Haven. And I'm grateful that you recognize me. Thank you for inviting me. I'm really honored. I'm really honored to share my story. Yeah.
Yes. So, Lito, your story is really wonderful. You know, because your life story is from being a good kid to a bad kid, then to a reformed kid. You know, just like anybody, also like a teenager who is trying to explore. You know.
Yeah, they have the saying that, you know, we are not bad people, we just made bad choices.
Yeah, bad choices.
We are good
yeah.
people who have
Wrong
made bad
decisions.
choices, and that is why the rehab has a program that will bring you back to being that good person again with good choices.
Yeah.
You see? So
See-
we cannot do it alone. There are just a few people who can manage to, let's say, recover by themselves, but that's only less than 1%.
Yes, I
So
think.
rehab is like a school of life. Because people will always ask, do you believe in rehab? Does it work? How come the people I know went to rehab many times and they're still into that? And then I don't believe in rehab because, you know, it's a waste of money. The people are just using our money. But then, okay, it's like going to school. Rehab will just show you the right way. The program like Safe Haven is going to show you the right way, the right path. It's really up to you in the end still
Make your
to make your
choice.
choices. But it's just like going to school. No matter how much the school will educate you with all the necessary subjects to prepare you for life after school,
Yeah.
if you do not apply those subjects, if you do not absorb what the program is teaching you, and you will still end up being a failure, or sliding back into the same problem. So it's like that, you know. The rehab prepares you for your life outside. So that's the value of the rehab compared to somebody who remains an addict and would try to change, but there is no structure in life, there is no support, and you know he still
Right.
moves around the same circle, the same environment. So the chances to really change is very minimal. Rehab will not guarantee. There is
Right.
no rehab in the world, even if you go to an $800 a day rehab in Thailand. There's no guarantee. They cannot guarantee that you will change. It's really up to the person. But what the rehab will guarantee is the chance to show you the right way.
Right.
Okay, kuan man na, napagina sa tao yun kung sa iyong buhaton. Pero with the knowledge already, with the training, you can already make informed choices. Kaysa kung nawa man kay nadamin ka sa kuan. Even me, I wanted to change so many times. What, Lord, gusto ko na kay kunin mo kay wala mong kunin mo tabangin. Sige ko pangadji nga. Lord, di ako ganahan, Lord. Gusto na kayo sa nanda. Gana kay kong sakit, Lord. I know nga, what? Tangtangan na guni palihog akong addiction. The next day, napa mangyapon. So
Balik
one time I
gyapon.
gave up. Ko tagaan ko nimo sakit, di pa ko nimo tabangan. Kung di na ko nimo, I got pissed off. Kung di na ko mutuon nimo.
Oh, you
Kasi
reached
here I
that
am, I
point.
want to
You
change
reached that
already.
point also,
I'm already surrendering myself. If you did not change, dili din ang proseso. It's not like tomorrow you wake up, God's going to say, oh, you're cured. No, it has to be a process.
Oh,
Recovery
there's
is a
process.
lifetime process. Even now, I've been clean for 22 years.
Wow,
22
congratulations.
years, but
Yeah.
still, recovery is a day-to-day thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
And that's what
it was.
Emma and I are doing. The more people we help, the more people we inspire or motivate in our own simple way, the stronger we become.
Yes.
Because we are already accountable to more people. Because then before we get
Right.
tempted to slide back, we will be thinking of all the people we will be letting down. When we fall down, we bring
Those are my
down
questions.
everybody else.
Yeah.
So it's quite a change, right? From
So, Michael has some questions for you, Lito.
hey, Michael. Yeah.
Yeah, I was writing some questions. You know, I would imagine listeners would like to know what it felt like the first time that you got busted, and people said, "Oh my gosh, aren't you that guy?" Right?
Oh yeah. Well, the first few times it wasn't. I think the second or third time, it was never out in the open because I managed to find a way to buy myself my freedom. Right? So to buy myself
Right.
my freedom. But the fourth time wherein I was already in the news, it came out front page.
Oh.
Yeah, it was.
Headline.
What was the front page about?
I showed it to
What-
Jason.
what
Front
does
page.
it-
The front page shouted boldly. It said, "Actor Lito Gruet arrested for shabu." It was the front
So
page.
that was the headline.
I didn't
The
even know that
headline
I had
was-
the front page because when I was arrested, I didn't know what came out in the papers, and that
Yes.
was long before there was social media. So I didn't know. It was only when I went back to Cagayan de Oro, I said, you know, I'm doing my drug advocacy and I'm talking to school. I would like to find out if I could show something to just to have an idea, to show the students of what I went through. Then I found it. I found my that front page
Newspaper
thing, which is
clipping,
supposed.
yeah.
The funny thing is because it was supposed to be the most embarrassing moment, most embarrassing document or proof that I was arrested. But that became, I was so excited because I was happy because I know that's going to be a very powerful testimony.
Right. Right.
So when
Okay.
it comes to how I felt, of course it was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing, like oh my God, like how am I gonna face people and all that? It was like for the first time, it was like, okay, this is the end. That's it. Oh, there we go. You can see.
Ah, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
So that was
you
your
can
turning
imagine,
point, Lito?
Yeah. Oh no, not yet.
So when you were in the news, no?
Yeah, no.
You're still
again,
going.
that didn't allow me to change. It was like okay, so I went through being beaten by the cops, and they wanted me to, how you call this, um, to set up somebody else in place of my, there you go, actor later got busted. So, funny thing, my parents are so proud of me. That's why I said my relatives and friends and classmates, they all wanted to be identified with me. But when this came out, I said, oh my God, nobody wants to be identified with me anymore. So that's my mugshot, and you can see how badly
So
I did.
different.
I deteriorated,
You look so different.
I no longer had teeth there. All my teeth were rotten.
Wow.
So I'm using dentures now. And you can see I had skin rashes, and my pupils are dilated. And you can see
so skinny.
I was so skinny. I was so skinny then. So 10 years prior, when I was at the prime of my modeling career, it's such a big change. And fortunately, yeah. So again, when you're in the middle of your addiction, it's like a day-to-day thing. It's like when I would wake up, during the few times that I would get to sleep, it's like, okay, like another day, I would be walking around looking for anything like anything to sell, even empty bottles of Coke, which I could deposit for 5 pesos and all that, and I could buy a piece of bread. So, or it was that life.
Ivy likes that picture.
Who likes the picture?
Ivy.
Ivy.
Me?
Michael. So,
I saw Ivy smiling.
Yeah.
so Lito, in that kind of lifestyle, I mean, how do you find yourself? I mean, at that point in time, you were still enjoying, right?
Of course.
But
yes.
now, as you can see it, how you gonna appraise it? That kind of life,
I can't imagine why I made those choices.
and how you survive.
And how I survived. It was like,
Yeah.
it really.
Yeah, I could
I
imagine.
cannot imagine why, and that's the danger of drug abuse, because you do not really realize the things that you are doing. It's like you don't realize that you're self-destructing. Because then again, what's most important is getting the next fix. It's a cliche, I know. It's always what people say, getting the next fix, getting the next fix.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
We have another question. Yes, Michael.
Oh, yeah,
Continue.
yeah, I got 3 more.
Okay, you have 3 more. Okay.
When you went to rehab,
yes.
did they give you any kind of pill or drug that helped curb your addiction?
Well, no, because my drug of choice was methamphetamines. Here it's called shabu.
Okay.
So there was really no need, because I wasn't diagnosed as having a drug-induced psychosis or transient psychosis.
Okay.
And
Okay.
with methamphetamine, it's water soluble, so it could be flushed out of the system. And it's not like the other drugs like heroin or ecstasy, wherein there's severe withdrawal. So I did go through that. It was just like complete rest and eating and eating and eating and eating again.
So that was the side effect of withdrawal?
Yeah, well, how shabu is a hyperactive drug, right? It's amphetamines. So the first time I tried it, I went 9 days straight without sleeping. 9 days without sleeping and hardly eating. So I lost about 40 pounds in a month. So if I wasn't given a sleeping pill, I would have gone more than 9 days. So that's how dangerous it was, because the drug before was more potent during the 80s as compared to now.
Wow. Did you know that, you probably know this, but back in World War II that the Germans, Hitler had the SS, all had methamphetamines given to them.
It was called Pervitin. Pervitin
Right,
is a German
right.
drug being given to all.
And they were the super soldier.
A super soldier. That's why they were able to do the blitzkrieg.
Right.
Also
Here's
the
another question.
Japanese. The Japanese also were into
Oh, yeah?
methamphetamines. Yeah.
Here's another question for you. When you became when you started to kind of be a rehab director, you know, helping people, was that what kept you out of going back into it?
Yes. Yes, very much. I would say 90%. 90%.
Yeah.
It did help because then again, like Eman here can relate. It's more like, as I said earlier, when you get into the business of helping other people, yeah, when you get into the business of helping other people, the more people you touch, the more people you inspire, then the more accountable we would be. Because imagine
Right, yeah,
all the
you
thousands
said
and
you-
thousands, especially like me, what I do now is because when I go to schools, there are about 1,000, 2,000 that would be listening to me. And I have gone to so many different schools already, and I get so inspired when the students are enlightened, and they look up to me like they would get autographs and they had pictures taken and all that. And I would just tell myself, if ever I fall once again, I would be taking everybody down with me. It's like everybody would say,
Exactly.
"Look at that guy, he's been clean for 22 years and he's like this and he's like that," but still. Later on, he still fell into drugs, so that would give them, they would lose hope
Yeah.
for any change. Because,
Right.
like,
Yeah,
I've been
think-
clean only for 6 months, and then, here's this guy, 22 years, clean, and then, that happens to him, so that's about it.
Yeah, I think you said it really well when you said that every person you touch makes you stronger.
Yes.
You
yes,
know?
Yes, true.
That was really good.
Yeah.
The other thing is, I'd like to buy the rights to your story because it sounds like a movie.
I've been asked to have a have a book.
I would think because that's a great story. It's like like a Netflix series.
Oh, thank you, Michael. I'm really flattered that that Mrs. A.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
Wow,
Michael,
that's a
I have-
great story. Just
Yeah,
great.
well, I was working in the nursing home in Chicago. We have some like alcoholics also, and then what they said is that most people with addiction are sweet. Do you think so?
They're what?
Those people with addiction are sweet, They're very loving. It's something like that. What do you think, Lito?
I
Is
don't
that
think
true?
loving is the right word. I think the
Yeah,
the
loving is
perfect
not the right
is
word.
manipulative.
Manipulative.
Manipulative. Yeah, because
Right.
We have those kind of people in the nursing home.
We are sweet and loving when we
And-
want something.
Right.
And they're very
Right.
sweet, They call
Manipulative,
everybody baby doll,
Yeah.
sweetheart, It's like music.
I could tell.
Yeah.
I could tell,
Everyone is lovely.
Lito, Juliet knows, I had a girlfriend who was wonderful, great looking, everything, and she was addicted to
Yeah.
opiates,
wow.
but she had a great job, she was just wonderful, but she finally got into fentanyl, and it killed her, and like 4 years ago she died, but I know that no matter how good of a person she was, that pill controlled her, and so I know exactly what you're saying with the.
Sorry to hear that.
It's everything.
Sorry to hear
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So,
I loved your story. It was just great. I actually was taking notes because I said that is really interesting.
yes.
So
By the way, Lito,
I would love to see it.
what is your nationality? You are mestizo looking.
Oh, I'm Bisdak.
No.
Pure
You're-
Bisdak.
Bisdak, no. You're American?
No, my dad's
American Filipino?
My dad has Spanish blood. so-
Spanish blood. Okay, you got the Spanish blood.
But by heart, I'm Bisdak. Like this radio
Yeah,
show.
he's
Bisdak.
from Cebu, Michael. Yeah, he's from Cebu.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
I have a.
yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say I have a 12-second delay on watching you guys. So like, you're talking about Lito.
Yes.
Lito's he's from Cebu, right? He said that in his story.
Yeah.
Now does he lives in Cebu again, right?
Yes,
yeah.
yes, with his wife.
Yeah.
Lito,
With
yes, how does the family play an important role in, like in your life as an addict? how does it help, the family support to an addict,
Well, the greatest um, loss of an addict is self-respect. That's the greatest loss.
Self-respect, yeah.
When you stop respecting yourself, then that's the time you know that you're really in trouble. I mean, if you cannot love yourself, how can you expect people to love you? But then again, the family has been always there. Most families. I'd like to believe that most families are there to protect and love, no matter what, and protect their loved one who's into drugs. But they're also the number one people that get hurt. The very people we vowed to protect and love are the very people we hurt. So you can see right there and then the disparity of choices, right? The people you love are the ones you hurt. The people you dedicated your life into protecting are the very people you are destroying.
Right.
But then again, addiction is a recovery is a family how do you call this?
Affair?
Family issue, a family problem. So it has to be addressed. It's not just one person because with one person, the whole family suffers. The bad part is there's so many families that are codependents or enablers, and they don't even know that. They don't know na instead of instead of helping the person recover, they are contributing to the problem. You see?
Yeah.
And they are not aware. They think they're protecting, they think they're saving, but when they are in denial, when they deny that there is a problem, when they deny to act to save that person from himself, then they are in essence just telling the loved one, like, go ahead, continue to destroy your life, continue to commit a crime, continue to bother other people. It's like continue going towards an early grave. Yes,
Yeah.
because eventually, that's what's going to happen.
That's
Because
true.
either you,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
say, like,
It's amazing you're alive.
Yeah,
It's amazing you're alive.
exactly. Because they always say there are only three things that would happen during addict. You end up in the hospital, in the mental institution,
Or you're dead.
you end up in jail, or you end up dead. Those three things.
Yeah.
Hospital,
When you said it,
kulungan, hospital,
Cemetery.
presuhan, o menteryo in Bisaya.
It's
Yeah, and
We-
people like us, like me and Emma, we believe that we are here right now in front of all of you because we believe God has a purpose for us. That's why we survive.
right.
Because Emma has a
Right.
remarkable story also to share.
Yes.
And when you get involved in the rehab community and you listen to all the stories, you'd be amazed. It's like, oh my God, I thought my story was that fantastic already, but then it's like, you're just one of the many. So,
You're right.
so the family has to undergo the program also.
Right.
The family has to be educated and trained
True.
to
Yeah.
be able to know how to handle the person in recovery. And they also have to know that whether they are adding to the problem, they are contributing to the problem, or they are actually really helping. Most of the time, they believe that by protecting their loved one the wrong way, we call it the wrong way because it's just they're just adding to the problem. They don't realize that they are pushing their loved one into the abyss, to a bigger problem.
Right.
That's why in most rehabs, that's like Safe Haven, the family there's always a family therapy. Like
Yeah.
every Saturday we have what we call the MFT, which is
So the family goes.
the
nice.
multifamily therapy, where the families are educated. What drugs is all about? Why their loved one got into drugs? Are you contributing to the problem, right? What are the different kinds of drugs, right? So there's so many things that we can share with the family, so they would know, right? Because so many are in denial. Number one is like, they don't want other people to know that their loved ones into drugs.
Yeah, they don't care. They don't
Maulaw
mind.
sila ba?
Yeah.
Oh,
Ikaw
no,
daw
I don't
nila.
want my neighbors to know or the society to know my loved one is into drugs until a tragedy happens.
Yeah.
Person is dead, is killed, is murdered, or is in jail, or is in a mental institution. We have so many stories about that. Like 22 years clean plus 16 years drug addicts. I have so many stories.
Wow.
I have many relatives that were assassinated. Relatives of my wife that were killed
Because of
of drugs. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, and
Yeah.
there's so many stories. Actually, as you said, Michael, you can make a book out of it. It's like
Absolutely, yeah.
Breaking Bad.
Even as you're talking about like how these parents need to learn, what's going on, like even a great movie about your story, because even the part where you said like how you didn't go to your father, he was dying, and you had to wait to get your pills, or your drugs, because that's what you do.
Yes,
and it's like, I mean, for them to see it acted out, it would be, okay, now we understand what our kid's going through, I mean, it's very powerful. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, that's why they say our stories are for like a TV series.
Yeah.
Telenovela or
Yeah.
teleseries, not novela but
Teleseries.
teleseries.
It
That is
continues.
really-
But again, if you go to rehab, it's like an ordinary thing. Like when I thought that, will people believe me that I was a former actor and top model, I would be
Right.
going through trash cans and looking for food? Like they would say, no, I don't think that's true. They would say they wouldn't believe it until I bumped into a
Experience it.
person in Safe Haven. He was a former staff, and he goes, Kuya Lito, did you know that we were classmates? Because he read my stories on Facebook. Did you know we're classmates? I said, where? What school? He goes, no, not school. We were classmates in the street. I said, what are you talking about? He goes, I also myself, I would rummage through garbage bins, looking for food. But he was in a different area, but also in Manila. Like I was more in Intramuros area, but he was here more on Ross Boulevard. So I said, oh my God, they said,
You all know that.
I'm so relieved that I met you, and we have the same stories. Like now, people are going to believe me, so I have affirmation now. The funny thing is we can laugh about it now, but then again, if we really look back, it's really sad. It was a scary life. It was a disaster, and but in the end.
You
Again, if you look at the
triumph,
big picture, I have no regrets.
That's why it's a great movie.
Yeah, I have no regrets because if everything had
Leo.
to happen for me to be where I am right now, then everything
Leo,
was
I
worth
wanna-
it. Everything was worth
I want
it.
to I want to play the big drug lord in your movie. I have like the.
Michael wants to be the drug lord. Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember that, Lito, that in America, during Alcoholic Anonymous meetings, the family is also invited to attend
Yes.
as a support, the husband, the wife, or the father, the mother, so that they can complement and help each other. They allow the family to join the meeting.
That's true. Family is really important, essential.
The family plays important. And also, now how about the rehab center? How does it help you?
Okay.
I mean, in your own way, when you were still addicted, how does it affects you? How does it help you?
What do you mean, rehab? When I
Yeah,
was undergoing?
when you were in the rehab.
The first time you went to rehab?
Oh, well,
Yeah.
Well, first time I went to rehab, I was so ignorant about what rehab was all about. So I thought it was like, okay, I can do this. It's rehab, might as well. I'm just going to be away from society and all that for a few months. I thought it was like a retreat. Michael, I thought like it was a retreat, like spiritual retreat. But then
Right.
when I went inside the rehab, it was what they call the therapeutic community program. It was like a military school. It was like everything you do, there was punishment. Everything, and they would break down your ego, they would break down your pride, they would break down everything.
Wow.
So it was like it's a completely different approach compared to Safe Haven. Safe Haven is the total opposite. It's like tender loving care.
Wow.
No punishment. There's no shouting. No physical abuse. No nothing. So in the beginning, I said, "What is this?" I didn't understand. But then I was able to pick up a lot of realization there, and that is what helped me apply it in life. So, no na siya, babes. Ate babes.
The Safe Haven, yeah, it's a different approach. Yeah. You have question, Jason?
Oh.
No? Oh.
Maybe you can ask Eman about
Later, Eman's life.
Ako, I have question
We will
kay...
finish Lito's life first, yeah.
Yeah, another one.
Sir Lito Gruet.
Still have?
Ato lang balikan ti imong pag-artista nimo, sir. Kinsa ti imong mga ka-contemporary nga mga actors during this time?
Jason, wala kay picture na ko.
Yeah.
Okay,
Aga muna.
Jason is going to show a photo of during the 80s. I joined Regal Films. It's one of the
Regal.
and
His,
then we had the basketball team. I don't know if
His
Jason can
batchmate
show
in the
it.
movie.
Okay.
Industry.
I was with sila
80s, di ba sila ni Aga Mula?
Agamula. I
Yeah,
was
Aga.
there with Altantay, Lito Pimentel, Edgar Mande, PJ Abellana, Joel Alano,
William
Juan Albir,
Martinez.
William Martinez,
and
Albert
Albert.
Martinez, yeah.
Well,
Those
okay.
were the contemporaries of Lito Gruit
So
during
that
his
one,
movie.
okay, that was my last
days.
movie. It's called Akyat Bahay Gang.
Akyat Bahay
That
Gang.
was my last movie. You can see I'm very thin already there because I was really grabe na akong drugs diha.
Akyat Bahay Gang. So
Yeah.
you were the burglar or what?
Yeah, I was one of the gang supposed
One
to
of
be.
the gang.
Yeah.
Because you know how it operates, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes, Michael. What is your question?
When he did he feel like he had his drug addiction under control until he did methamphetamines?
No, okay. How do you call this? I was experimenting with drugs at an early age, but it was like what most teenagers go through: smoking, drinking, then trying marijuana, and later on.
Like Ivy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like Ivy. Okay.
Michael likes to.
But then it wasn't, I never really got hooked into it. And when I went to Manila, I tried cocaine, I tried acid, I tried mogadon, and other stuff. But then it was like a social thing. I never really got hooked into it until an actor friend of mine asked me to try shabu. And that's when I realized that, this thing is going to take over me. So it controlled my life. So after when I tried shabu, it was all downhill all the way. My life started to spiral uncontrollably. So then, and that is, I'm sure all shabu addicts can relate when I say it takes over our life. Because then, it's a drug that makes us throw away everything that we stood for, everything that was taught to us in school, all the values, all the good, the morality and everything. We would just throw it away. So because I became a porn addict too, I became a womanizer. I got into gambling also because these are all multiple addictions. They would interconnect with each other. So every time I would try drugs, I would try shabu especially. The next thing would be is to look for a woman or a girl. And after I'm satisfied with the girl, then I would go to the casino and end up gambling. So that's my picture before and after. That was before my rehab. Then that was 3 years ago. The picture on the right.
So, you're very lucky your wife did not give you up, huh?
Well, she didn't have the opportunity to give me up because we got together after I recovered already. When I was already in rehab.
Okay.
Unlike Eman, right?
Congratulations.
Ikaw, Eman, si Ava was before. During. Eman, you should ask him about how his wife was able to hang on to him until now. Because my wife Stella did not see my bad part. Did not see it. Yeah.
So, she sees only what you are, I mean, what you have.
Yes.
No.
yes.
Wow.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yes, Michael, you have a question because we have another guest coming up here. We
Oh,
have,
I'm just I had a bunch of them. He answered them all because he really is well spoken on this.
he's
Oh,
already a
thank-
master of that.
Well, thank you, Michael. I hope this is not the last time
Really?
we get to talk. Or
Yeah, we'll do lunch. We got to do dinner in Cebu.
Yeah, Michael is coming
yeah,
to
sure,
the Philippines.
sure. And I'll sell you my rights.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kidding.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
kidding.
that's good.
You and Lito will be good friends. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll go to our next
Yeah,
guest.
I'll
Ma'am,
bring
excuse
I'll
me.
bring one of my agents.
No, Michael, no.
Austin
Ma'am,
No, not her.
Ate Bebs,
Yes.
before we proceed kay Sir Eman,
Yes.
we'd like to do some shout out.
Oh, we have shout outs, yeah.
Okay.
We have
Here we go.
viewers.
Here we go.
Yes, Michael. All over
Good
the
morning. Good morning to our listeners in 90.3 FM.
World. Yes, Bisdak.
Bisdak Radio.
FM.
And also sa to ang viewers sa Facebook Live karon. And I'd like to greet good evening sa taga Ocala, Florida, Nilda Birios
Yes.
and Carlos Rivera. Good evening to both of you. And good morning sa mga nagtanaw karon. Si Pamela Farhat, Gemma
happy
Serrano,
birthday to
Anton
Pami.
Camilo. Hi, Anton. Hello, Sir Anton.
Anton Camilo.
And we have viewers also from Butuan. Marlo Valles from BGMP
Oh,
Butuan.
thank you, Marlo. Yeah.
Cesar Opaco, Jen So, Rolvic, my best friends, Rolvic Alerquina, Neil and Marjong Loico, Engineer Juna Dilani, and Abay, Ayan Ocampo is also watching. We have also Genevieve, Gemma Serrano, Chato Amy, Jose Roy from Canada,
Canada.
Annie Rose Tan from Surigao, Pedro Pardo
Surigao.
Jr., Red Portillo Dolon, Miles Sagum, and also to my friends back in Surigao. Good morning sa inyong tanan.
Surigao.
Sa inyong tanan, yes. How about you? Okay, Sir Iman? Ma'am? Kay Sir
Yes.
Iman ata?
We have another more shout out, Ivy.
Okay. At kay kay Lucy Galore.
Lucy Galore.
Yeah, welcome
Lucy
home.
Galore.
I think they are in Mactan
Michael,
right
remember
now.
Lucy from Michigan? She's
Yeah.
here on vacation with her husband. Yeah, who is an
Lucy.
executive of Ford, Michigan.
Volvo.
Yeah, from the main office. So, yeah, we have also Vincent Marquez, Jolliver,
Vincent Market.
and then we have Zilia Jose, Bubong
Yeah,
Solidad, and we have Wilson Hunsay from Chicago. And we have
Chicago.
yes, we have Suni Malcampo from Las Vegas.
Las
and we have
Vegas.
Island 2. And then we have Gloria Ramada from Pangasinan, who is also watching us now. And we have Fe Escalante from Manila.
Carmencita Sitoy.
Manila.
Yeah, Carmencita Sitoy also
Maria
from
Faye and Charlie
Manila.
Abelia. Michael's BFF.
your best friend.
Boo.
Yeah, and we have also Aden Dura, who is watching us now.
Chuchi Visconde, Jay Crisologo.
Uh-huh.
Good
Yeah.
morning.
Good morning, and also Arturo Cruje and J. Marie Arisgado from Chicago, and Pastor Bo.
Chicago.
Yeah, Pastor Bo Gakrama is also watching
Sweet
us.
home, Chicago.
June Bertodaso.
Yeah, June Vertudaso from Ireland, from Dublin.
Ireland.
Yeah, and we have Ronaldo Alimorin, who is watching from Sweden.
LJ Galvan.
Yeah, and we have also Marlene Dalucanog, my sister-in-law. Hi, Manding, good morning. And we have Annie Urag, also from New York. And we have
New
Merla,
York.
yeah, from New York. We have Merla Pastera from Surigao. Armila Kwan, Bluey Biahar, and also Sinaida Avi. And we have Tony Matos from Chicago, who is also watching.
Chicago.
Our
Yeah.
avid follower, Ma'am
At-
Josephine Batalona. Hi, Ma'am.
Hi,
Hi, Ma'am
Josephine.
Josephine. Good morning.
She's your avid fan, Michael. So how about from Qatar? Are they already awake?
Yes. Kuya Primo at Pinky, Rosana, Ate Rose, and to my former colleagues in Maghrabi, good morning to all of you, and to my Muslim brothers, Ramadan Karim, and Sabakir to all of you.
How about from Kuwait? We
Kuwait,
have from Kuwait.
Karen Nisa,
Kuwait.
Antoinette Baldonado, and who else? Parang ako nadumduman. Saudi, Nino de los Santos, and Dubai, my cousins,
Mary Rose.
Mary Rose and Joy Dalocano, and
Mary Rose.
friends, college friends, and former colleagues in Dubai. Good morning to all of you.
Oh yeah, we also have from Germany. We have June Lambert. We have Rose and Ida Kaminge. And also May Baong and then Amy Aldonza. Yeah, those are from Germany. Then we go to Scotland. We have Edith Lowick in Scotland.
Scotland.
And in London, we have Marvelita Basarte. So it's
Bloody
nice.
good.
Yeah, your friends, Michael, all over the world. And yes, okay, now let's go to our next guest.
Yes.
Yeah, my
The
favorite.
handsome.
The
Our
handsome
Oh, is,
Eman.
is
Kuya
Leah gone?
Eman Lenos, yeah, adorable. Office mate of your best friend, Maria Fe. They're office mates.
Wait, what?
Co-workers of Maria Fe, you know.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, your best friend. Okay. So yeah.
How do they live with her?
Yeah, they have the same office. So, yes, Eman, can you share us your experience also? I know your life is colorful, and your wife told me that being an addict, you're so sweet to her. You know.
She's lucky. And you are
she's
lucky also to have her.
And you're lucky with her also. So it's really amazing, you know. So yes, Mike, Emmanuel, and we call him Eman. Yes, Eman, can you share us also with your experience as being an addict before?
Yeah, thank you so much, Auntie Vives, for inviting me here. Ma'am, thank you. Michael, thank you for having us. And sa tanang mga naminaw sa Bisdak Radio, thank you for listening. Wala pong kumangandoy may mga adik. Wala akong mangandoy. I did not dream of becoming one. I've always wanted to be, an engineer, a basketball player. But I tried and I got hooked. And for 18 years of my life, I suffered. But God has saved me to help others live. When my father died, when I was inside rehab, I was not allowed to go out. I didn't know why because I was still 18 years old at that time. I've tried. I was beaten up by the police.
Wow.
People inside rehab, and I was really broken. But when I knew about Safe Haven and Pastor Bong, I knew it was a loving rehab, Christ-centered, and I found God. So right now, I'm almost 7 years clean and sober, and my wife is so lucky to have me now. Because not only
Wow.
I am handsome,
See?
it's
You
just that
see, Michael, he's adorable, he's handsome.
handsome in my own ways. I'm not an actor, but handsome in a way that I know how to love people now. Before
Yeah,
I
that
was,
makes you handsome.
Wow.
yes,
More
before I
handsome,
was really
yeah.
selfish, because addict as I was only thinking about myself. But not all people who are victims of drugs are bad people, you know. And that is why right now at Safe Haven, we really give chance to people who are addicted to drugs, gambling, and alcohol. So that's why we are here to spread hope. To spread hope. And Bisdak Radio, I believe, would be an instrument by God to help save more lives. Okay? As long as Ate Babes will reach 100 years old,
Oh.
200 years old.
Michael is going to pray. I'm going to reach 100. Michael is only praying for me until 80. Only until 80, but Iman is until 100. Okay, Iman, go.
So that is my life now. With Safe Haven, we're able to save lives. We've been going to Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, and we're spreading hope. We've been helping people in the streets. People used to, we had a lot of bashers. We receive a lot of insults in the past. How can you save people with addiction problem with a loving kind of treatment? These people need to be punished. How can you save them? But me, personally, I was able to experience punishment, and I realized it doesn't help. But with God, with a loving community, people will eventually change. We are not perfect. Everybody of us is not perfect, even though you don't have addiction problems. But every time you have a problem, and if there's someone who will really listen and willing to help you, then you will recover. And that's what we are doing. Well, that's what we are doing. We are not rich people. We don't have a lot of money, but God has been so good to us. And Safe Haven has been in this society for almost 7 years now, and we believe that we will expand, not only here in Cebu, but Luzon and Mindanao and outside the
Wow.
country as well.
So nice.
Great.
And a lot of addicts will be saved, I tell you. A lot of people will be restored again. Okay? Around the world, addicts are being condemned and judged. Not only addicts, but people working inside the bar, those prostitutes, they're being condemned, being judged. And we don't want that one. We don't like that one. So we're here. As long as we're alive, we will be here, Michael, to help those people. That's it.
Oh, that's it. Oh, nice. Michael, do you have an addiction?
Yes. Yeah, I got questions. Yeah, well,
No.
I was a big smoker for years. I loved it.
So that was only your addiction then.
That was my big addiction. Yeah, cigarettes.
Yeah.
But Iman. So I kind of the beginning, I couldn't tell. So were you addicted yourself?
Yeah, I was addicted to meth and alcohol
meth.
and gambling.
Oh, okay. And so how many years would you say you were addicted?
18 years of my life, I was living miserably.
Holy shit. Wait, how old are you now? You look like a kid. How old are you?
I'm 43 years old now, but I started around 18 years old. But I stopped I stopped last 2015, so I haven't drink and gamble and do drugs for almost 7 years now. But I was a victim of addiction for 18 years.
So then did you immediately become like a helper there, helping people get out of it?
No, it took me 7 rehabs to change my life. Because those rehabs that I went through were all, like hell. Like hell. But the last rehab that I went through is what you call 12 Steps program. 12 Steps is a blessing to many. Not only here in the Philippines, but in the US, in Europe, in Asia, because it centers in spirituality. With other rehab programs, they will kill you slowly. Kill you in a sense, deprive you of being human again. But with 12 Steps program, you will realize slowly that you still have a chance in life.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, are you? So then, is the place called Safe Haven?
Yeah, that's the place. The name of the place, Safe Haven. Originally,
Is that where?
Yes,
Is that where you are now?
yes.
Yeah, it's where I am working now as the director. But Pastor Bong is the president. But I started as a guard. I started as a gator because my
When you
mom.
were still recovering at that
Yeah,
time?
I started as a gator because I was really looking for a place. Because my family doesn't want me to go home anymore. Because even though I was only like a year clean and sober, they did not believe me that I would really change. So I found
Wow.
Safe Haven. I told Pastor Bong, let me in. I will do whatever you want. Just let me in. Because I want to
Just
continue my
voluntary.
recovery. So I didn't care what people will say if I become a janitor or a guard or whatever. Right now, glory to God, I'm being promoted as the center director. But I will not change my life. I will not change my attitude. I will continue to help people regardless what. Because this is my mission in life, to help
So-
people.
But now you can
You know,
go
it's-
home to your
I
place.
know, right now I can go home. It's been already like, it's already been like, I think 4 years or 5 years and I was only about able to go home. I was banned. I was banned.
Yeah, Michael, I have to ban you, Michael.
You know, what's amazing about this is not only was he addicted to meth, but he said he had to get off alcohol and gambling
Yes.
Yes,
all in the same time.
yes, yes.
Big shot, huh?
And gambling and alcohol.
He's a big shot, Michael.
That's
Michael can't
woo.
believe it, you know.
Because
Wow.
I think, I don't know why, automatically, if people will take drugs, especially meth, they can think of gambling right away or sex. So that's what happened to me. But if I don't do drugs, I don't gamble. So right now, because because right now I don't do drugs, I've been sober and clean from alcohol and gambling as well for almost 7 years now, and I love my life now.
Wow.
I love
That's
my life.
fantastic.
Yeah, thank you.
God.
Michael.
So you think, was there a point when you realized, hey man, I'm actually beating this thing? You know, like I'm winning here. Is there a point when you thought that?
Yeah, the time that I was able to really experience that I have a family now, but every day is different. So I have to take every day a day at a time, because drugs, alcohol, and gambling is just, anywhere. So I have to really think, guard myself, and live my life a day at a time. But I think I'm winning. now.
Right, right,
I think
right.
I'm
A lot of
winning.
people don't. A lot of people don't understand that about addiction. You know, like even with cigarettes. You know, like I wake up every day and I think, hey, I don't smoke. You know, like I mean, it's every day, and so I can't imagine. I can't imagine meth and gambling and that's a lot. Wow, you really climbed a mountain there. Now, do you think like God played a huge role or half a role in helping you?
Without God, recovery is impossible. I've tried many rehabs, but there was no God inside those rehabs. There was devil, but there was no God. Devil in the sense that they would, give you no chance, insult you. But with the last rehab that I went through, and when I stayed with Safe Haven, I found God, I found hope. So for me, the reason why I'm talking to you right now and why I'm here in Bisdak Radio with Ate Babes, this is God's plan. God is the reason. God is the
Wow,
ultimate
good to know.
reason. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Michael.
That's good for people to hear. Now, do you work with Maria Faye?
Yes, yes, I do. I do work with her, with Mom Faye.
Because I spent a couple months with her, and it made me start drinking.
Yeah, I understand you right now, but if you dig deeper, I think she's a good woman and a good.
Oh no, yeah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I tease her
Be
'cause I
nice,
love her. She's
Michael.
great.
Michael, be nice.
Be
You will
nice
be
to Maria
She's so
Faye.
funny.
Iman and Maria Faye are good
I
friends.
think
She's
listening
watching
now.
right now,
Oh, yeah.
Michael. Be nice
No,
to her.
I love Maria Faye's the funniest. She
Maria-
had the funniest Filipino humor.
Yeah, because you know why? Maria Faye taught something to Michael that Michael can't forget.
What is that?
Should I say it?
They
Should I
have
say it?
some
I remember.
moments
Wait.
together.
Please.
What is it called?
Michael.
Maria Faye was the one who taught Michael to say kaon na sad.
Yeah,
Kaon
because
na sad.
Oh,
Michael
yeah.
was complaining, why is it that every time we go out, he said, let us eat. And then after a few hours, let us eat. Because how many times you eat in a day, Then Michael said, how do
Well,
you say it in Bisaya? The kaon na sad. Maria is the one teaching Michael about it.
Yeah.
Right, Michael?
Mom
Well,
loves to
she
eat.
what was that other thing she taught me? Every time she said to say it to people when you meet them, and then everybody kept laughing.
Not on the air. Not on the air.
Oh.
I will just tell them in person.
I just remembered it.
You will be in trouble. Yeah. So Michael and Maria
I won't say it.
Good times together, you know. We were together in
Yeah,
Bohol,
she got my humor.
also
Like
in Cagayan, yeah.
she laughed at everything. She was a great audience, and she egged me on. She was funny, really funny. So I like to tease her.
Careful, Maria Faye is watching you now. Yeah, that is
I like
why.
Maria Faye.
Eman
I
and
want to
Maria
meet. I want to
Faye.
meet her husband.
Oh, very, very good. The husband is very silent, opposite to Maria Faye, you know. And
Yeah, I want to meet him.
yes, so Mike, I mean Eman, and in your way, I mean, you can size up that in order for a recovery, we need God first, you know.
Yeah.
God first, then the family support, and also the society.
Society,
right?
community, yeah.
We need this three support in order to, to overcome, right? To survive from this
I got a question
addiction.
for him.
Yes,
Correct.
Michael.
Okay. Iman, when you have say like God got into you like there, did you, for people listening, like did you go somewhere like to a church or to a mountaintop and ask for the prayer or anything like that, or have a conversation like?
Yeah, God never leave me. I was the one who, He has always been inviting me. Yeah, I can feel that one because growing up, my family is really close to God. So there were times that, I would feel that my family would invite me for prayer. But when I was really addicted to drugs, I got lost. But in some point of my life, when I hit rock bottom, I know God would really talk to me. And then I went to church, I cried, then I get back again to drugs. But eventually God lead me to my friend Pastor Bong, because when I was already in rehab, I volunteered because I was not really allowed to go home yet. So I volunteered as a guard or an orderly. Pastor Bong was there for preaching, for sessions. When I heard how he talked and how close he was to God, I thought that this was a person who could help me go closer to God or grow closer to God. So that was the time. That's how it all started. Then I joined a community now. So to be more closer to Him. So that's how it all started. That
Interesting. What was the pastor's name?
Pastor Ronnie De Los Santos, or Pastor Bong. He is the president of Safe Haven.
Oh, okay.
He's my townmate, Michael. Take note. He's
What,
my
from
townmate.
Surigao?
Yes. From Surigao
Oh.
del Sur.
Surigao del Sur.
Yeah.
But that's in Cebu, right? He's in Cebu.
Yes, he is in Cebu.
He's in Cebu right now, Michael. Yeah,
And now
he's
he knows
like
Maria.
winter.
He knows Maria Faye too, right?
Of course, that is his admin. Maria Faye is the administrative officer, I think.
Yeah.
Administrative.
Of Safe Haven.
We got to stop right there and see these guys. We got to see. I want to see Maria Faye in an office.
Yes, you have to be an addict first so you can get inside Safe Haven.
Which
we
is
will have your
someday.
we will have your addiction first cured over
You
there.
you made me spit up my Coke.
Yes, you can go inside. We have already Iman. We have also Lito. They will be your life coaches. Yeah, they are the life
Oh, that'd be
coaches
fun.
of Safe Haven.
It's gonna be very fun to meet all these people like in person. Like go to lunch with everybody and,
Yeah,
and
of
like
course.
see everybody.
Yeah, sure. We will invite them. The guests that we
Yeah.
had before. So it's nice. We have to get like a get together. So
We should invite everybody, Juliet, and then like skip on the bill.
you set the bill. So it's really nice. And then what else you want to convey, Eman, to the public? How about?
Wow, he did a good job. He did a good job
Yeah.
already.
Actually, my wife is coming, but I don't know where is she right now. But
Here,
that's why-
here in this station.
Yeah, but I think
It's
she got
good.
lost.
We can interview her too.
But I think
Where is
Interview
she?
her.
Yeah,
What it's like.
we can ask her.
You should ask
Yeah.
her how.
Let
it's
her
okay.
come in. Let her come
That's
in
a good-
because being a wife or a lover
That's
of
a
an
good
addict,
question.
you know,
Yeah,
She
saw
can-
it.
Yes,
She saw it,
was-
but it's worse.
yeah, she can testify. Yeah, she can
But I think
testify.
she got lost. She got lost. I don't know.
Where is she now?
Pandi Manila.
Wait,
Andi Manila.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, but
tell the
because,
viewers.
yes, you know,
Tell the viewers. Was she married to him when he was going through this?
yeah, they
Yeah.
were already married.
Yeah.
Ah.
We were only together, and actually, I almost got her take drug, but I don't know. I was really
She didn't join with you.
no. I
Almost.
tried to invite her because she loves me that much, but when we
Wow.
were already there, I just stopped and tried. No, you can't do it. But
That's
she never
good.
left me, so she deserves my best now. When I was
Wow.
at my worst,
Yeah.
she was there, but she
Wow.
almost left me. But I asked for a chance. So right now she is really happily married with me. We just got married last year,
Wow,
and yeah, we just got married.
nice.
Yeah. I know, 2020, I forgot, but we just got married. We're 1 year now. Because before, when I asked her, she just wanted me to change. But right now, she can see that I'm really a changed man. So she decided to say yes.
Yeah.
And she's my legal wife now.
Oh,
She must
wow.
love you unconditionally.
Yeah,
Unconditional love, huh?
Unconditionally.
So
Ano siya
that's,
sample sa unconditional love.
yeah,
Correct.
a very good example of an unconditional love, you know. You're very lucky, Eman, because usually,
Yeah.
you know, the families are broken, you know, when there's an addiction in the, you know, in the family. So,
That's
yes.
why my message to those who have a family who has an addict, a husband or son, please never give up. Never give up, because there's always hope for a better life.
Yeah, Eman, you know, I agree that because even how addicted you are, I think there's still the goodness in you. I noticed that, you know, even in alcoholics, oh boy, if they're sober, oh, they're the sweetest guy. but when they're high on alcohol or high on drugs, they become how do you call it, Superman or
Superman.
ninja. Yes, Michael, agree, Michael? No, Michael is a good kid. I have
Yeah,
not
pretty
seen
good.
I have not seen Michael wayward.
No. No, Diet Coke.
Oh, yeah.
That's my addiction right there.
Yeah, I know
You,
got-
you could say I'm a Coke addict. Diet Coke.
Oh yeah, that's your addiction. True. So,
Coke Light.
Coke Lights. I remember that. I should not forget
Yes.
that. Yeah. So it's really nice, you know. But above all, we should always put God first, you know.
Does Eman does he do that full time now?
Yeah, I do it full time.
Oh,
I
that's
have decided
great.
to stay there for good. As long as there's safe haven, I will stay there. I don't really care how much, because we really don't earn that much. It's just like an allowance. But you know, God is really, you know, it's a miracle, because we have survived for 7 years.
Wow.
And there are people who has been helping us as well. Helping people
Right.
is more than money.
Right.
It's more than money.
Yes.
And,
Did you hear-
Yeah, yes, sir.
Did you hear like Lito? Like he said how, you know, everyone you touch and help, like it makes you just powerful, right?
Correct.
Yeah. It's
yeah.
like you get fulfillment in yourself.
Fulfillment.
Yeah, fulfillment whenever you were able to save a soul.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we were empty.
That's true.
We were empty for how many years in our lives?
True.
And we've been so selfish that we only think about ourselves because of addiction. But right now it's the other way around. We provide before we ask, but right now we give. Not that much, but as long as it's from our hearts, then it satisfies us, and most importantly, it glorifies God.
Wow.
It
Yeah.
glorifies God.
Wow. It's really nice.
That's powerful.
Eman.
Correct.
I have one question, Sir Iman.
Yeah.
What made you decide to approach Sir Lito during one of his speaking engagement?
I just don't know. As long as I can see that this person can help with advocacy, then why not?
Yung instinct lang
okay.
tuloy.
Yeah,
no?
it's like an instinct.
So it's like you can feel right away.
Yeah.
You have the good vibes. The aura.
Because before, when I was into addiction, I already have a thick face. Baga na magkog na ako sa una. Because I ask for money, I sell
Everywhere.
things, I talk to people. But right now, why don't I use it for good? I still have a thick face now. I'm confident, but this time for God's
for
greater
betterment.
glories.
Yeah.
Yeah. Being on radio is not easy, speaking about your life. But who cares? I'm here
Yeah.
to spread hope and love.
But it gives inspiration to people.
Yeah, of course. Because
Yeah, you're an inspiration, you know.
especially with the thing that hit us, like storm, COVID,
Yeah.
people might get discouraged right away. But there's always hope for a better life. And we are, like
True.
the living proof.
The witness, the living
yeah.
witness,
Yeah.
Yeah, probably to like Emma, and Lido, people like that have the addiction. They probably looked at COVID and saw the world panicking and thought, man, we've been through the real stuff for years, right?
Correct. We've been through much more than COVID. And
Right.
I've experienced COVID I got pneumonia, both lungs, last
Wow.
last year.
Last year, oh.
Yeah, I thought that, but I just told God, Lord, if it's your will, then so be it.
Uh-huh.
Lord, your will be done. I was stayed for 10 days in the hospital, but God saved me. I know
That's
God
true.
taught me a lesson. No, you should not eat more. You should take care of your body
Wow.
because I need you to stay more
True.
years. So
You
that
still
you could,
have more missions,
more
in,
missions
life.
in life.
Yeah.
I survived COVID, Michael. I survived addiction. So what else?
Y-
Anything that God will give me, I will accept because I know it's for His greater glory. I sound like a pastor. I don't know, but my heart is telling me that this is the thing that I should do, to tell the world that there's hope in life.
You see what Safe Heaven have done to you, Safe Heaven is the best place to go.
Thank
For-
you, thank you. Ate
Yeah,
Babe.
if you're broken, if you're addicted, if you're problematic,
Sa Safe
I think
Haven ba,
it's a
aside
nice
sa
place.
drugs, sa shabu, ng mga drugs, sa mga shabu, mga ana, nahilaing nga klase nga addiction nga naapo din ha,
Yeah.
like gambling,
Online gaming, process addiction, like
yeah, online
Shopping.
gaming, I think,
Like,
Michael,
karon,
that's the new addiction
issue?
here.
yeah,
Mo ba?
You know that sabong?
sabo,
Ah,
yeah,
talpakan.
I think
Yeah.
that's
Wow.
the latest addiction that we have
Correct.
faced problem, Michael.
That's
The
the
you
latest
have
one.
problem
patience also
of,
We have.
this
Wow.
sabong
The
addiction.
current one is the sabong one online.
Yeah.
The cockfighting, Michael. There's a lot of families who's been broken.
Oh
because
my
of
God! Yeah.
Yeah.
those
Wow,
online
I've never seen. I've only seen that in the movies.
Yeah, but
But
here
it's
in the
happening now.
Philippines it's rampant and it's getting to be a big problem because many families are broken and many families go bankrupt because of that.
Ah,
And I
Huh.
think they said they're gonna phase out that one by next year. I don't know.
Wow.
But it's making money. They're paying like 6 billion a month.
300 million.
300 million a month for taxes, The government don't
Wow.
want to
Victims.
Yeah.
eradicate that how you call this gambling, but we need the money. So for the meantime, I think it's still ongoing, but many families are already broken for that, right, Iman?
Yeah,
I think
there's a
you
lot.
have some patients over there
Yeah.
with gambling
Gambling,
addiction.
alcohol addiction.
Yeah.
Drug
The,
addiction.
imagine, Michael, the properties have to be sold out, have to be foreclosed because of that e-gambling. And also, there was a
Yeah.
time that a baby has to be sold out just to pay for that gambling, that e-gambling for
Wow.
cockfighting.
Yeah, that's
You know,
true, Michael.
cockfighting is a major game here in the Philippines, Right?
You know, I saw people walking
yes.
around
Yeah.
holding roosters.
Yeah, that's the one. Holding roosters, yeah. So, that the sabong, we call it sabong. Cockfighting. That's very popular.
Animal cruelty.
Animal cruelty, yeah. That's it's the number one
Oh, there's
problem
Lito.
now, aside from addiction. That e-gambling. Yeah. And it's a lot of money. Millions of money are involved in it. So, I'm just happy that Safe Haven is here. We have to congratulate Ronnie De Los Santos, Pastor Bong. Thank you
Pastor Bong.
for
Thank you, Pastor Bong.
having this in mind, that you were able to founded this facility. At least
That's a great name. How do you say it in Cebuano?
Safe
Safe Haven.
Haven is like how you call that, Lito, in Bisaya.
What do you call that, Bisaya?
Safe Haven
Oh, here's my wife.
is
Here's the.
hi.
Here's
Oh, okay, now we
Here's the
have
mic
here.
here.
Meet the wife of Eman. Hi, Eman. Yes. What's your name, Eman?
Ava. Ava.
Ava. Oh yeah, nice meeting you, Ava. My dear viewers, you will meet the wife of Eman today, who is a first-hand witness of how it is to be a partner of an addict before. But you know what?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but
Uh-oh.
Michael, you know
Uh-oh.
what? He's got a big heart. She did not give up Eman for the sake of love. Wow, true love or forever, love forever.
The police are here. The police are here.
Oh, no. Oh, okay, so Ava,
A story of unconditional
I
love.
would like you to please share with us your story being married to an addict. You remember when I said on the air that the addicts are the sweetest guy that you will ever met? And you answered me, that's true. My husband is very sweet, Eman. So,
Yeah, if she could do it with sing it to us, sing her story.
Oh, okay. Yes, Abba, you share us your story, not sing. Okay, Jason will be the one to sing. Abba will be the one to share. Yes, Abba.
Story.
Can you tell us about your life with Eman?
Okay, good morning. Actually, I did not expect I would be interviewed. I just arrived.
Just a surprise.
Sorry, this is Michael and
Ate Babes.
Ati Babs.
Uh-huh.
Hello, babes. Good morning. Actually, where will I start? With
No,
my-
just being like a wife to a former addict, because she's already reformed. So,
actually,
your experience with him.
struggles?
Okay, we'll start when he was still a wild man.
a wild man.
We'll start how it is.
Okay.
English and Bisaya is okay.
sagot na lang.
Actually, when I first met Eman, katong uyab kami,
Uh-huh.
wala jud ko na-expect. I never expected na drug addict day siya.
Oh.
Siguro at that time, dili lang jud siguro ko kaila. Murag siguro inosente pa siguro kay ko ba nga sa how a drug addict would look like, yung mga actions, wala jud ko kabaw.
Oh, so you have no idea.
No idea. Kasi grabe man siya, very sweet kay siya, grabe kay siya approach, panguyab na ako. But kanang
He was nice. He was very sweet.
very sweet. Very sweet. Actually, sweet man gid siya.
Oo.
Before I met him, or I mean, sweet yun siya pagkatao. So, we met, actually nagka-meet ni way back 2013 or 2013. Actually, one man kami nagka-meet ni sa call center. So, dito, kita siya nako, kita ko niya, but at first wala pa jud ako siya napansin. siya man yung una ning kuan ako ni approach. Oo. So he was the first one to approach me, and he was very he's namo gid he's very pleasing. May kay siya personality, may siya PR, may gid siya actually to everybody. Di siya mauwaw. So to make the long story short, so muna nagkakami na, so until I found out, though sa among relationship, I supported him, gisupport na ko siya, I understood him, and siguro I loved and I still do love him. I gave him
True love, Michael.
my support. So tayo point sa among relationship nga nakain ko nga basi di gud mi magdayon magkabuwag rami.
Oh.
Because di pa man I don't know how to handle at that time ba, or ingani it's my first time. So kami gud siyang mama, grabe kayo, we're very close with his family, his mom.
Oh, so you work hand in hand with his mother?
Yes, very much.
Good.
So mura siya akong mama kay wala na ko yung parents ba. So very supportive kay si mama. I was also very supportive to mama also. So we've been through a lot of challenges, and through God's guidance, through God's help, He gave me the strength. He gave mama the strength as well. So we decided to help Eman. I decided, and I helped him actually. I tried and I did my best to understand him, masking napay mga friends na ako mga barkada before nga against sa iyaha, wa jud ko ni give up. So maybe wa mo gud sila kaila niya. So they don't really know. Ang ilang what they see in him is this person as a drug addict, and as a drug addict they always see he's bad. Pero actually you have to look deeper kung unsa gyud ang person. It's just the drugs actually, but you don't really know
just
ang,
the drug,
the
yeah.
person. Kung unsa siya, he has a very good heart, he's very kind, he's very sweet, and wala jud ko niya napasakitan physically. Will never.
Oh, that's
Physically,
good.
never,
Yeah, no.
never. He has never done that.
Yeah, so he's not violent when he
No.
gets high. Oh,
Never.
that's why
Mo na
Eman.
siya, never din na siya na violent.
That's why Eman, yeah.
Yes, so muna siya. So until the naka-decide yun ni nga in 2020 to get married.
Oh, 2 years later.
No, to get
Wow,
married. To get married. Pero
congratulations,
together,
yeah.
we've been together since 2008.
Oh, see, Michael, yeah.
Actually, yes, and
Oh, like at a wedding. You gotta kiss. They gotta kiss the bride.
Yeah. And then,
so bali kuan siya. So that's actually naka-decide with me because of through God, since God is always in the center of our relationship.
yes, so it's really,
Yes, and I can see now that Eman has really changed, which has been very. It's like it's a miracle for us, the whole
Uh-huh.
family nga nausab gid siya.
Wow.
Wa gid mi nag-expect nga mausab siya with the help of the Lord our God, and of course, Safe Haven has really helped him a
right,
lot.
safe heaven.
Yes,
yeah.
Safe Haven.
Thanks to
Yes.
Ronnie De Los Santos.
To
yeah.
Pastor Ronnie De Los
Bo, yeah.
Santos and all the staff at Safe Haven. They've given him the support na kinahanglan gid niya. Until now, grabe kay iyang love and dedication sa Safe Haven, and of course to the whole family, which we are very proud sa iyaha, sa iyang pagkausap.
Wow. Congratulations.
I had a question. I got a
Yes,
question for her.
Michael has a question for you, Ava.
Yes.
I didn't hear the part about when you actually. How did you meet?
Oh, how did you meet?
Yeah, actually, Michael, I mentioned earlier, I met him at work. We used to work at the call center.
Oh, at the
Oh,
call
okay,
center.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes, that's where we
Got
met.
it. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, Michael. Yeah. So
That's that. Wow.
it's a
Gosh.
nice love story, huh? Never keep
That
up.
is.
Yeah. But I think the first one is because you have faith in God, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that is the most important thing. Then you also have a faith with Iman.
Yes,
That
I
you believe
never
he has that
gave up.
goodness in him, in spite of being an addict, but he's still that goodness in him. Wow. Hey, yes, Iman.
Strong.
And then you have the family support,
Yes.
right?
Our
And then you have the
100%.
rehab.
Yes.
Yes,
the
so
rehab.
that is the one that makes Iman the recovered, and then true, the real Iman is coming out now.
Yes.
Yeah, Iman.
Iman
Yeah,
is the
that
man.
is really the real Iman.
That is the real me right
Oh,
now.
yeah, the real me. Yeah. So, my dear viewers, you have already listened to this, my guest, to Eman and also to Lito, that, they were addicts before, but see, they have the chance still to recover. So, if you have anybody like a son, a daughter, or a friend who have addiction, don't
Support.
give her up or him up, because they still have the chance to recover, because you can still see the goodness in them. You can still how you call this, experience their how you call this, their friendship, their love for you, their attention, their care. So don't give up, just bring him to the proper facility or the proper persons to help, like a doctor. Bring him first to a doctor, a psychiatrist, and then bring him to the facility. Or you
Professional
can
help.
ask help from BAI. Yes, Lito, BAI,
Foundation.
BAI, the
BAI
BAI
Foundation.
Foundation, yeah. Battle Against Ignorance. Lito, you have to tell us about the number, whom to contact with BAI.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. They're gonna give you out their numbers, and then you can call them up, if you need support. Because I know that if you are if you are an addict, it's not only the church, it's not only the family, but it needs the society, the whole society to support. Because that is what I experienced in America, that there is always a support groups,
System.
a support system, so that in order for one to recover. Because sometimes you say, it takes one to know one. Yes, right, Evan?
Right.
So it's only you and I can feel how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Michael, I know. Michael is nodding. You agree, Michael? Yeah.
Hey, so
Yes.
Juliet, so if somebody has a son or somebody that's an addict and they're in Cebu area, and
Yes.
they go to Google, they go to their computer. So what are they looking for? They're looking for safe haven
Yeah, for
and
and BAI, the BAI, like
BAI.
Battle
Okay.
Against Ignorance. We will give you the phone number after this, and then
Oh, okay, good.
yeah, you can call them. Right, and then you know what? Eman will pick you up even if you are in Jensen, even if you are in Leyte,
Wherever
or
you are in the
wherever,
Philippines.
Evan is the one who will pick you up, really. And all the way to Negros, even how far? Have you gone to
Wow.
Zamboanga yet?
We're about to.
Oh,
Because we have.
see, imagine all over Philippines. Safe Haven is accepting patients all over the Philippines. And sure enough, it is Eman who will pick you up. He's a robust guy. Don't make any false move. Yes.
We have a Korean, we
Yeah.
have a German.
We do have
Oh,
foreigners.
yeah.
So you have
They
foreigners
accept
as well?
foreigners too.
Yeah, from Canada, from US, from Nigeria,
Michael,
from
they
France.
accept foreigners.
Yeah, from
They have
Korea.
patients from Korea, and
Yeah.
then Canada, Germany,
Wow.
yeah,
And
US.
Now, do they stay in Cebu at a facility? Do they
Yes,
stay
yes.
there?
They stay.
Yes.
They stay for three to 6 months.
Facility is nice. It's like a little community,
Yeah.
they have how you call that, cottages or townhouse or
Yeah, we do have 8 buildings, and we do have a swimming pool. We do have
Yes,
TV,
they have a
UK,
swimming pool.
basketball court.
Oh,
Oh, basketball.
Is that where
courts.
Maria Faye works? Who is that where Maria Faye is too?
Yeah, that's where
Maria
my
Faye is
favorite
the
works.
queen.
Your best friend.
Your best friend is the queen over there, Madame Faye.
And then is that he was saying they have people from other parts of the Philippines. Is that their only facility, that main one right there in Cebu?
So far,
No, I
that is
think
the
they-
most popular.
But the most popular.
There's a lot, but what makes us different is that
The
the
approach.
loving kind of program that we have.
Their approach,
We
yeah.
don't do
No, I mean as far as safe haven, is there another safe haven in like
No, we
another
only
part?
we still have one.
We have one that is for aftercare program.
So those people they fly in and they stay.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yes.
That's correct.
How many patients do you have now?
Right now, I think we do have 73 or 72.
Oh, imagine
Woo.
you have 72
That's a lot.
patients, Michael. Yeah,
That's a
Different
lot.
nationalities, right?
different
we do have
nationalities.
Different nationalities.
So it's gaining popularity. Man, before when I used to go there, we only have like 10, 15.
Yeah, before.
Yeah.
Right now we
But
have a
now
lot.
it's already.
We're going
more
to
than 50.
Manila by May
Uh-huh.
because we'll be.
Picking up.
No.
I thought you're gonna pick up against somebody.
The people from the what do you call that one? Lito.
Fashion
The
circle.
fashion circle will be
Philippines, yeah.
acknowledging us.
Who's
Yeah.
that? A fashion show?
People from the.
It's a
Organization?
fashion event that they are giving tribute to the
The-
designers who passed away already.
Oh,
And they
like
want to
Pitoy.
make Safe Haven the beneficiary.
Oh, that's
That's
what
so
I'm
nice.
Wow.
thinking. That's what we do in America.
Yeah.
We organize fashion shows, concerts, and then we make as the beneficiary.
We're going there by May 2.
Yeah. By
We
May.
do projects with that with Buy Foundation and you have us.
Yeah. We have our suspect here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can collaborate. Yeah. Yeah, Michael, you should come here and help us do some fundraising, right, Michael? Yeah, Michael is good in
Yep.
that. Michael understand what's what, right?
Thank you, Michael.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure enough, when Michael comes, you will be his beneficiary, right?
Hey, wait, I got to brag to
Yes.
Iman and Lito and you guys. You know that Japanese gold from World War II?
Yamashita treasure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lito knows it, right? He knows what I'm talking about too.
Yeah, Lito knows it. Okay.
Yeah. Well, when I was there in Bohol, I saw the Targier, and the Targier drew this map for me. I actually found the gold. Look at this map. Okay, wait. Here's Cebu. Okay. Can you see the map?
Yes.
Then you take a boat over to Bohol,
Okay.
and then there's the Chocolate Hills,
And then.
right? Where's it at?
Yeah.
At the
Okay.
bottom, there's the Japanese gold there. Yeah, that's where the gold is. It's on the third row,
Okay.
and it's the second one in
Then.
one of those chocolate hills. They buried it.
Uh-huh.
That's my map.
Really?
Yes.
Are you sure,
Yeah.
Michael? Be serious, Michael.
Yes.
Is
Yes.
it drawing? What is the drawing it?
Yes, Michael. You got it. That's the joke of Michael. Yeah, so how do we close our program now?
Ah.
It's almost 12 o'clock? What time
Yeah,
check?
time
Here?
check 11:54 in the morning.
Oh, we're still 11:54.
Yeah, we
So
still have
what,
6
what can you
minutes.
say, Jason, from the point view of Jason about this addiction? Come on.
I guess it's awesome.
It's awesome to be an addict.
It's awesome to be an addict,
You know.
addicted into love.
Oh, Jason just want to be addicted to love. Okay. So at your age, what can you say about? Because,
There he is.
yeah, I think how do you escape from drug addiction? Like at your age, people are trying to experiment drugs, but what did you do in your life? Sa imong lingaw.
For me, it's music.
Oh, okay. So Michael, instead of doing drugs, he goes into music. He's strumming
Yeah,
guitars.
he's getting addicted to something else, something good.
Yeah. Instead of doing drugs, he's addicted to music. So maybe, yeah, we can also help the teenagers, to escape away from drugs. You have to divert yourself to other hobbies. So Michael, in their area, you can say that it's like everybody is a musician, because out from their, in high school, they play those like a drum and bugle corps. They have the drum and bugle corps, and then after that, they organize themselves until you realize that there's another group here, there another group, and then another group. So what happened? They have different groups organized into like musicians. They became musicians out of that hobby, and so now, if you need like a drummer, a singer, or how you call it, just play the guitars,
Instrumentalist.
those in different instrumentals, you can find in their area. How you call that area? In
Cute.
Pardo.
Cute Pardo.
Yeah, in Cute Pardo.
Oh,
Yes, you can find all kinds of musicians
There's
over
lots
there.
of musicians.
Yeah.
has Jizan or anybody ever heard you when you play your trombone?
No, not yet. Maybe later. I will let him.
Blah 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 blah. That's Juliet.
Yes, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
I don't know how
So
to play.
it's another way of getting away from addiction, right, Eman? We have to involve ourselves in other
Yeah.
kind of hobbies.
Like really, when addiction, a lot of times, like as Alita was saying before, it's about personality too. People have addictive personalities, and if you break an addiction, you usually need to addict yourself to something else.
Yes,
And so that's why it's good to have some kind of hobby, whether it's music or sports.
Yes, sports. Yeah, yeah. You have to divert. Yeah, divert your mind to other
Right.
areas. Other field of interest, in order not to be addicted to those bad. How you call
Right.
this?
I thought this was a really good
Substance.
show. It was very, very, very interesting to hear from these guys. So
Yes.
that I think a lot of people, it's very helpful. Very good.
Yeah, I know. Many are
Very good.
viewing us, all over the world, because one thing nice is they are the first-hand witness. So we are getting the first-hand information right from the addicts themselves. Like Lito and Eman, and how they recovered. And how are they now? They are the advocates of this. How you call this? Cause.
Yeah.
So we should be lucky, Michael, today that we have Iman and we have Abba,
Yeah.
the love of my life, Iman. Yeah, now I saw you because we just talked over text messaging over FB. And then we also have Lito, our very important guest, an actor, my idol before in the movie, and then being a model, Michael, and
Right.
so it's
That's-
really a
that's great.
privilege today. I'm
He's got the story.
surrounded by 3 celebrities. Hi viewers, you like my program today? I'm sure. Okay, just send in your comments, and then thank you so much, Eman. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Abba. Thank you,
Thank you,
Ate
guys.
Alex. Thank you, Jason.
Nice,
and above all,
nice meeting you.
Thank you, Lito. Yeah, nice meeting you.
Yeah, nice meeting you
Ma'am,
guys.
Before we
Yes.
end the program, let me greet belated happy birthday to my ninang, Pamela Farhat.
Oh, I
Belated
like
happy
her.
birthday. And also hello to Tito Ike and Tita Yoli Kaminge and Alvin Domo from
And
Surigao
also to
City.
Dr. Alexander
Surigao
Cho.
City.
Yes, my handsome cousin, Dr.
Alexander
Alexander Chu and Mai Chu from Dapa, Siargao.
Yes, happy birthday.
All right, from Siargao.
Yeah.
And you, Chisel, you have something to say? Invite your fans.
Yes, to all Red Streams fans, I would like to invite you guys to stay tuned to our daily gigs. No, we have every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. We have Iconic Mall Cologne, and every Wednesday, a gig also at the Southscape, the Market Shed, Talisay, Loaan. And every Saturday we have Sea Vibes at Puok, Talisay City. And Sunday we have Sam's Place at Talisay City. So see you guys. We have 6 gigs this week. So thank you for the support, and I love you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Message
Si
from
Michael,
Lito and
wow.
Emanmi.
6 gigs in a week.
Message nila Iman.
Oh yes, Emma, your parting message.
First of all, I would like to really thank our Lord God, no, and to Bisdak Radio. Ati Babes, thank you kayo, ma'am. Thank you
You're
kayo,
welcome.
Bro Lito. Sir Michael, thank you
Hey,
for
Lito.
having us here. I do hope someday we'll be able to meet you in person. And sa tanang naminaw sa Bisdak Radio, to those, all of you who are listening now, if you have families who are having problems with addiction or having behavioral issues, ayaw mo kaawaw. Don't
You see,
be shy
we edit a lot.
to ask for help because tanang tao na diferensya. Ask for help, call us, and we're here to help you. Regardless, we're here to help you. Just call Safe Haven. My number is 0995-0912956. Just call me anytime. Basking nabid na ko, tawagin ko. We're here to help.
Zero.
And Lito, your bye. Your
Hello, Michael. I'm honored to meet you, and I'm really looking forward to meeting you in person and explore other things that we could do, because there's so many things that our collaboration can create. We can do so many things. So I'm very grateful that I was invited by Ate Babes, si Juliet, of course, Ate Ivy, and of course si Jason,
Dora.
Dura. And once again, my parting words is that never forget, for those mga viewers and listeners sa stage, sa program na to, is that nobody planned to become an addict or alcoholic. If you ask the children what they want to become, everybody would want to become someone else except being an addict or alcoholic. But then you see millions and millions suffer in spite of the fact that nobody wanted or planned to become an addict or alcoholic. But then again, there is always hope. There is always a chance for change. The problem is if parents are aware of what's happening but they refuse to do anything about it. So what happens is that the problem will not go away. You know, it's not like when they wake up the next day, the problem will go away. When you wish the problem will go away, it will not go away. So something has to be done to be able to help the person. Remember, the person is not in control of of himself. Addiction is a disease, and the person needs all the support, not condemnation. And you have to be aware whether you're actually helping or you are being part of the problem, right? So there's a big difference there. So kung doon na mo yung problema sa addiction, alcoholism, gambling, or any other forms of addiction, you can get in touch with Eman or go directly to Safe Haven. No? Naana siya sa i-google na ninyo, Talamban, naana siya sa Purok Uno, no, sa Talamban. So once again, daghang salamat sa inyong tanan, and Eman and I are very proud that we were invited here, and again, no regrets. Sa tanan among naagiang kalisod o mga problema, it is all a process, and we have to learn from it because we have a higher purpose now, and we are very grateful. No regrets that we went through what we went through. If only to be grateful for where we are right now. Thank you.
Oh, nice. Thank you also for accepting my invitation, Lito.
Anytime.
And also,
Anytime.
Eman, we are greatly honored, that you are here
Very,
with us
very
today.
good.
Yes, Michael. Yeah. someday Michael will be around with us in person.
Yes, yes.
Nice, Michael.
Yes, we got to do lunch or dinner or something.
Yes, my dear viewers, thank you so much for bearing with us, you know, being late, but at least you have learned a lot from us today. Okay?
Good night, Michael.
Good night,
Good night,
Michael.
guys.
It's
Good night,
midnight.
Juliet.
It's midnight.
Good night,
kay
Suzanne.
Michael.
Good night, Iman. Good night, Leo. Good night.
Okay. Bye. See you
Bye,
next
Bye,
time.
everybody.
Bye.
Daddy.
So, our program, ikaw.
What's up everyone, this is Jesadora, aka DJ Don from IKAW, ng IMONG KINABUHI.
Discover the Nescafe Gold difference. Bold yet distinctly smooth taste in an instant.
Jesus, salamat. O Diyos, salamat.